and welcome back to Space and Self Live. I'm Yvonne Bignall, and today feels extra special because we're stepping right into the festive season. And of course, I'm joined by the wonderful architect and wellness designer, Surabhi Kumari.
Hi everyone, it's so good to be back. Here's something magical about this time of year: the lights, the gatherings, the shared meals. But there's also something tender underneath: the need for belonging and ease. Today, we are exploring how to create spaces that help families come closer, not just physically, but emotionally.
Exactly. Because while the holidays are meant for connection, they can also bring tension, overstimulation, or that feeling of too much. Our homes can either amplify that chaos or anchor us in calm.
And that's what we'll explore: how thoughtful spatial design can make togetherness feel natural and nurturing, not overwhelming. We'll explore how to balance energy, design flow, and create pause points that allow everyone to excel even in a full house.
So, whether you're hosting a dinner, celebrating quietly, or sharing your space with loved ones after a long year, this episode is for you. Let's explore what it means to gather gracefully. I'll start with a memory from last Christmas. I hosted my family, four generations in one room, decorated beautifully, but by midday it felt noisy and disconnected. Then I realized everyone was facing the television. So I moved a few chairs into a loose circle instead. Within minutes, the energy shifted. People started talking, laughing, and actually listening to each other. And it reminded me that connection doesn't come from decoration, it comes from flow.
I love that, Yvonne. I had a similar experience while working with a client who said her family gatherings always felt like a crowd, not a community. Her space was gorgeous: high ceilings, statement furniture, but it was all arranged to impress, not to embrace. We softened the palette, changed the lighting to warmer tones, added cushions on the floor for children, and created a reading corner near the window. Later, she told me, for the first time, we didn't rush through dinner. We lingered.
Yeah, well, that's so beautiful. And it shows that design is really about emotion in motion, how people move, interact, and rest.
Exactly. The best spaces for connection don't perform, they hold. They make room for conversations, for silence, for laughter, for stillness. Let's take a moment to reflect before we get into design tools. Ask yourself, when my family gathers, what energy fills the room? Do people lean in and connect, or scatter and retreat? Does my space invite ease, or does it demand effort?
And think about how your home feels during those moments. Is there somewhere quiet to breathe? A place where laughter flows without it echoing into overwhelm? And
And
maybe, most importantly, is there a spot where you, the host, can rest?
because a connected home doesn't just hold the people you love, it holds you. When the space nurtures your calm, everyone around you feels it.
Oh, that is so true. You know, the energy we create as hosts often sets the emotional tone for everyone else.
Let's talk about the architecture of gatherings, or what I call the psychology of shared spaces. Whenever multiple people come together, harmony depends on three design principles: flow, focus, and feeling. Flow, the way people move around the place. Avoid Tight clusters or blockages. Think gentle movement, path clears, seating accessible, zones intuitive. When people don't bump into each other, energy flows free.
Yes, yes. Even small tweaks like pulling the dining table slightly away from the wall can make movement easier and energy lighter.
Then comes focus, the visual or energetic anchor of the room. Every gathering needs a center. It might be a dining table, candle, a shared meal, or a fireplace. That center of gravity gives people orientation, a sense of belonging.
Ooh. That's like saying, here's where our energy meets. Without a focal point, conversations float. With it, they root.
And finally, feeling, the sensory tone. This includes lighting, texture, scent, and sound. Warm light, soft fabric, familiar smells trigger the nervous system's safe response. That's why a room with natural greenery, gentle music, or even the aroma of cinnamon instantly feels like home.
I can smell that cinnamon already. And within that, don't forget pause zones. Not everyone socializes the same way. Some people need quiet space between moments of interaction. A soft chair by the window, a garden bench, even a hallway with fairy lights can become a reset corner. That's how we hold both connection and calm in the same home.
Exactly. The most peaceful gatherings are designed with emotional variety. Spaces to connect, spaces to breathe, and spaces to simply be.
So let's give everyone a few practical ways to prepare their homes before the holidays. Small, intentional shifts that instantly change the atmosphere. The first one is called the circle reset. So, rearranging your seating so people face each other, not the TV. Circles subconsciously signal equality and belonging. They say, we're here together. You can even use floor cushions or puffets if space is tight. Warmth matters more than formality.
The next is the sensory grounding trial. Choose three sensory anchors, one for sight, one for scent, and one for touch. For example, soft amber light, diffused orange cinnamon essential oil, and natural linen napkins. These subtle layers ground the body and regulate group energy.
I love that. And then the third one is the calm corner. So create one quiet nook near a window, bookshelf, or soft lamp. Keep it uncluttered. A throw blanket, gentle music, maybe a journal. Let everyone know this space is open if anyone needs a breather.
Great, lovely. And the fourth one is a shared centerpiece ritual. Involve everyone in creating a centerpiece. A bowl of fruits, candles, or flowers. The act of arranging together builds connection before the meal even begins.
That's so gorgeous. And then number five is the evening soft light shift. As the evening progresses, dim those bright lights and switch to warmer tones. It signals the nervous system to slow down, shifting the group from high energy to relaxed intimacy.
And if children are part of the gathering, include them. Give them small tasks, lighting candles, safely of course, folding napkins, arranging cookies. Participation dissolves chaos. Everyone feels part of the rhythm.
Yes. And don't forget yourself, as host, create a micro pause before guests arrive. Take 3 slow breaths in your calm corner. When your nervous system is calm, the room follows suit. Now, as always, we'd love to hear from you. What's one change you plan to make in your home this festive season to invite more connection and calm?
Maybe it's lighting candles at dinner instead of overhead lights. Maybe rearranging your living area, or maybe it's simply slowing the pace. Share it with us in the comments or send us a message. Your reflections often inspire our next sessions.
Yes, they absolutely do. Your stories help others see what's possible. Connection is contagious in the best possible way.
During our last Space and Self sprint, we heard so many heartwarming stories. One woman said, when I stopped designing for perfection and started designing for presence, my family actually wanted to stay longer at the table.
There you go. It's like magic, right? And another shared that when I cleared space for conversation instead of decoration, laughter filled the room again. These stories remind us that healing isn't dramatic, it's often rearranging what we already have with more intention. As we gather this festive season, remember the heart of the home isn't its decor, it's the feeling it creates.
Yes, a table can be mismatched, lights uneven, food imperfect, and still, if the energy feels kind, your space becomes sacred.
So may your gatherings be full of laughter, ease, and grace. And may your home remind everyone who enters that connection is the greatest gift. Wishing you a peaceful
Grounded,
and
joy filled festive season. Thank you.
thank you.